It's Fireblade Day. I'm so happy. Right, Ginger's going in for her MOT. And I'm going to get my mitts on a blade. So today marks the first anniversary of me and Ginger. A year ago today, I stood patiently waiting at the window while she was delivered in the back of a transit van. So I thought it only fitting that I go out today and test ride a Fireblade. Unfortunately for Ginger, she's just going in for the MOT, and if you're not from the UK, that's kind of the equivalent of going for your dental checkup. Sorry, Ginger.
Okay, before we really get into this, I just want to say this is not a typical review in that sense of the word. I'm not a professional motor journalist. I don't proclaim to be one. Regular subscribers will know that I've been on the hunt for a sports bike for a while, and this is more about my journey in finding one. So I haven't test ridden a new bike. I tend not to buy new vehicles anyway. This is more about the bike that I want to buy. I haven't got into the tech specs or any sort of facts and figures really in the video. I've put a few of the headline figures in the description below if you're interested in that sort of thing. There's plenty of Fireblade reviews out there, I'm sure, certainly for the older model. So I'm not going to try and reinvent the wheel here. This is coming more from the angle about how the bike made me feel, what I thought about it, and whether or not it's going to be my next bike. So this is my opinion and my opinion only. Please do not confuse it for fact. Actually, if I've got any of the facts wrong in this video, please feel free to correct me in the comments below. I'm doing the research on all of this now, so any information that I can glean from other people will be helpful, and I will take it on board. I'd also like to apologize for all the giggling, swearing, and screaming. Needless to say, I was a little excited. That being said, let's go and ride a Fireblade.
Look at what I've got my mitts on today. I just had to get the measure of it before I actually put the camera on. It's gorgeous. It's the smoothest bike I've ever driven. Driven. I was expecting it to be hugely intimidating. First time on 1000cc. It's not. It's the most compliant, forgiving bike. You know what? Even more so than Ginger. And that's saying something. Roads are a bit slick and wet today. Not ideal, but it's not raining. It's reasonably warm. Let's go and have some fun. Not too much fun. No, actually, let's go and have too much fun. Oh, and it's so comfortable. Yeah, I think I might have fallen in love already. Turning circle of a boat. There's so much power. What the f*** is up with the traffic? Okay, here we go. So I had originally intended to actually test the SP model, and then on arrival we were talking about it, and the difference in cost just for basically some Öhlins and Brembo brakes. So that's not that I don't like Öhlins and Brembo. Oh my fucking god! Okay, calm down. Yeah, sorry, so it's not that I've got anything against Öhlins or Brembo, they're brilliant pieces of kit, but you're paying a lot of extra money for something that I probably won't get the use out of. This is way more bike than I would ever need. Way more bike. Yeah, and you know what? The brakes are good. They're not harsh, but they work. Okay, let's see what it can do. Oh my slipper clutch. It has a slipper clutch. I love slipper clutches. This thing is so forgiving. This is not at all what I was expecting out of a liter bike. I think we're going to be great friends. Oh, It needs a louder exhaust. It sounds gorgeous. That 4-cylinder just buzz, but it needs a louder exhaust. So is this my next bike? Do you know what? It's a really, really strong contender. I need this in my life. Ginger, you might be getting a big sister. I don't actually know if you guys can see any of what's going on. I'm really hunched over on this. I'm generally more upright on the street on Ginger. Well, I hope you can see, because this is awesome. As sports bikes go, it's really comfortable compared to that Gixxer that I had on the track. And the Gixxer is a comfortable bike, you know. Oh God! I don't actually need any gears. First is enough. That's the only criticism I have for a liter bike like this. It's just you can't use it. Certainly not on the road. On track, this thing would be just. Oh, I need to put this on a track. Like, I need to put it on a track. Because I'm just going back to what it's like to ride, how it feels. The brakes are really compliant. They're not. I'm not going to call them spongy. They're not, but they don't bite. I would imagine that the Brembo probably have a bit more bite in them. But the thing is, they're really nice to use. They feed in smoothly as you wind them on and put more pressure on them. It wants to send me over the handlebars. I know, I like them. I really do. I like them. Slipper clutch is kind of that. I think slipper clutches should just be put on all bikes, and quick shifters. This doesn't have a quick shifter. But it feels, for a big bike, it feels really flickable and just locked in. Like, just, it's on rails. It's amazing. This is not what I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest with you, but this wasn't it. This has exceeded my expectations. There's no ways I'm getting a 600cc. No way! But then there's every chance I might lose my license, so yeah, this could get me into trouble. Do you know what? I'd say this is comfortable enough for me to take on tour. It's not as comfortable as Ginger, it's not as comfortable as a big GS BMW, big touring bike. But as sports bikes go, this is gorgeous. I have no frame of reference, but the power delivery is smooth. I mean, it's silky, silky smooth, so forgiving. I was expecting to get on the thing and for it to want to buck me off, but not at all. Saying that, when you get on the power in first gear, you can feel the front wheel just wants to come up. If I was ever going to learn how to wheelie, I think it'd probably be on this. Not because I was trying, just because it wants to wheelie all the time. I am not going to get my knee down around here. Oh, God's sakes. Oh, I've had a trouser accident. Holy shit. The mirrors are, yeah, they're awesome actually. I mean, in terms of visibility, I'm not just getting miles and miles of elbow. I mean, that's for a sports bike, and keeping in mind I'm used to those silly little bar end things on Ginger. They're not vibey. I've got a clear view. They're actually massive, if I'm honest. No, they're good. This is a usable super bike. I could ride this every day, no problem. Aside from the oh my god, it went so fast! Aside from that, it's actually more mellow to ride than the Street Triple is. I mean, for all of the Street Triple's torquey, low-down capability, it's still a revvy engine, and it pushes you on to rev the shit out of it. Whereas this is smooth and sedate and calming. Okay, the exhaust isn't loud enough. Maybe that's got a lot to do with it. But then as soon as you wind it on, it turns into a monster. Oh my god, I've fallen in love. Today was the day I fell in love with a super bike. This is a real bike. Let's give you a proper look at it. What a beast. I'm not sure about the colour scheme. I wanted one in black. So yeah, the Tokiko brakes. There's plenty of stopping power in there. As I said, you know, considering what I'm going to be using it for, and even if I took this on track, I don't think I'd ever be able to outdo the bike in that sense of the word. I prefer the look to the 2016 models over the new 2017. A little bit. I mean, I'm not saying that the new ones are ugly. They're not, by any stretch of the imagination. I think they're gorgeous bikes. But there's just something about the front headlights on this. Just, I don't know, I love it. Things I don't like. Oh, these digital dash gauges. I like a proper tachometer. I like a proper, you know, needle that goes around and around in a circle. Shows me what my revs are. I also prefer the side-slung exhaust. I used to be a big fan of the underseat exhaust on the older models. But actually, once you get the tail tidy on there, get that all cleaned up, I think it actually looks a lot better. For the rear foot pegs would go. Not taking anybody on the back, and the rear seat cowl is a must. It doesn't feel like a big bike. I think, you know, litre class bikes have sort of come down in size a lot over the years. But it feels no different to the time that I was on a Suzuki GSX R600. Yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time chit-chatting about this. I need to ride this. It's so good. Yeah, I don't know about this. It's alright. Oh! Gear shift is a little agricultural, but I am used to that super smooth street triple gearbox. Give me this bike. Oh man, you come up on road legal speeds instantly. It takes no time at all. What a machine! I've kind of heard some horror stories about the BMW S1000RR in terms of like maintenance, well, maintenance costs for one, and then reliability. I believe they have their problems. At the end of the day, I don't know, like I've owned a BMW car in the past and they're just riddled with problems. I don't know why. When you pay that much money for something, why should it have problems? Alright, let's do the homeward leg. I'm fighting everything in my being not to just steal this thing right now. Sorry, I don't have any words other than shit, holy mother of God. That's all I got. I'm not even touching the throttle, I'm just little, oh! I'm sorry, I know I'm just screaming into the microphone, but I am having so much fun today. Okay, I'm going to take a quick picture, and then I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. There's not a whole lot more I have to say on this to you, other than all the swearing. But I hope you enjoyed this as much as I have. Yeah, is this my next bike? Until the next time, it's been the Bath Biker. Ride safe. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye. Rumors spreading round. Can you fall in love with a machine? Is that a thing? Can you do that?